praise Yahuwah. So, I don't know where to start. Um, Yahuwah is my covering. I had to take a break. Um, so, Yahuwah willing, um, many are called, few are chosen. Yahuwah willing, I'm chosen. My whole life, the Most High has been calling me and saving me. The day that I was born, I died, and the Most High caused me to be able to be brought back to life. And there is not a second of my life with the Most High not in it, saving me. He's literally the only one that I have. I was made to sit alone my whole life. I was in public school, but I was still, pretty much to myself. Had a few friends that, after high school, but I didn't really know them. Like, I never went to their house except for one person. That's besides the point. Um, yeah, jumping into my testimony. After foster care, um, the beginning of my testimony is on my other channel. I will leave a link when I figure out how to do that. But anyways, after foster care, when I was 12, I went to go live with my aunt for the second time. The first time it was my mom came to after my dad had kidnapped us. But we went to go live with my aunt after foster, me and my three sisters. And it was hell. It was excruciating. My aunt lived with her husband, who she told the social workers that did not live there because he had already went to court for raping my cousin when she was 7 years old. And my aunt knew that her men were raping her nieces and stuff. And the way her mindset is, realizing a lot of our family is not okay in the head. Like things like, because her husband would come and hug me from behind and press his whole body against me, and I would freak out, her husband and her sons, and I would freak out because of things that were happening to me my whole life. And she'd be like, oh, is something wrong with you? That's normal. And I would be belittled by her husband, and he would, because the girls were the only ones that had to clean up. I didn't feel like that was fair. I like cleaning up, but I didn't feel like it was fair that only the girls had to clean up. And as soon as we were done, all of her kids came and messed it right back up, had no peace for anything, had no time for anything. It's like we were slaves to her children and her husband. And so, in my family, my granddad was a Freemason. He believed men rule the world and that women, serve men. That's the way it was in our family. Women serve men. And me being raped all the time, I didn't like that. I had this very strong, bullheaded stubbornness when it came to men. I didn't want to do anything for them. Like, I'm a child. I want to go do kid things while I got a slave over a man. And so I would be told things like, oh, no man's ever going to want you my whole life. And I was cool with it because I was like, okay, it hurt maybe a little bit, but like, okay, oh well. And so, but I was made to feel bad because a grown man was pressing their body against me, and he would start to try to groom me. And I noticed, because the Holy Spirit was with me and because it was done to me for years of my life. And so my aunt, when she would go to work, would tell us not to do something. And my uncle, he would come to me and be like, and oh, I'm gonna let the kids do such and such and such. Don't tell your aunt. And whatever she say don't do, he would try to get me to keep secret from. He'd try to get me to keep secrets from. And I snitched. I got in trouble my whole life for being a snitch. People told me I was evil because I was a snitch. My family don't like snitches. Snitches get stitches. And I thought it was something wrong with me. But no, I serve Yahuwah and I tell the truth. I thought I was evil my whole life for snitching. No, it's not snitching. It's telling the truth. But anyways, um, situations like that. And then my uncle end up getting put out because I kept telling. I kept telling, but I didn't know my aunt was mad at me for this. Later, she told me that I ruined her life and she was going to ruin mine because her men kept wanting me. Like, I'm a child. I don't want them. That's, I don't know. But after we moved from that house, like, and after we got adopted, then I started really getting abused. My aunt forced me to read a book called Child It for punishment. And then she literally turned it into my life. The kids, if they talked to me, they would get in trouble. If anybody talked to me, then they would get beat. I was, it was a horrible ex- experience. I would be asleep. She would throw buckets of water on me for no reason. I just get randomly beat. I wasn't allowed to wash my clothes. Not gonna go into everything, but it was a horrible experience. And this was my life. And whenever I try to tell somebody, people would be like, oh, too much happens to her. She's making it up. And so, and I had already been in my head, like I'm exaggerating. It's not as bad as I'm making it, trying to make myself to be happy because it was excruciating. For about 5 years, maybe I was